Alright, what's going on guys, Golisopod here, and today we're going to be doing another deck review on this deck I made. It's a grass deck. So let's get into it. It's usually mostly based around Golisopod, so I'm just going to be running him just to get rid of EXs and GXs. And then I have this as a port, Victini, but it's not for Golisopod. This, since it has a Victory Star ability, which lets you, maybe you could use it to flip another coin when you do an attack, which is great for this card, Pincer, Roofling. Flip a coin if heads your active Pokemon and all cards attached to it put into their opponent's hand, which I use a lot. It's actually a very good deck, and I also run this Yanmega just for extra damage, and Sonic Vision is just like a helping hand basically. And wait, 1 minute, let me just take out one of them, take out a Kukui. I'm gonna add in a, what am I adding in? I need to add in a Judge, because Judge is very good in this deck. There we go. Because Judge lets me have 4 cards in my hand. See? Each player shuffles his hand into her deck and draws 4 cards. So that will really help out with Yanmega's attack. Well, Sonic Vision, since it would have no attack cost for Assault Boo, which is actually very good. And then I run Brotsquit just to get like Pokemon and basic energy cards into my deck again. Sycamores just for draw support. Kukuis to do extra damage. I run Pokemon Sentinel ladies just to heal up more. I run lots of Ends, 3 Ends to be exact. I run 2 Lysanders, 3 Versus Seeker, 1 Aether Paradise Conservation Area, 2 Bridgets, 2 Ultra Balls, 4 Trainer's Mails, 2 Tamballs, 4 Professor's Letters, 2 Judges, 4 DCEs, because DCEs are mostly like what you mostly use in this deck, and then 6 Grass Energies. So yeah, let's get into the battles. Alright guys, so this is the first battle, and before this I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Golisopod, please. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, and make sure to check him out. He's going to post very good quality videos. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So this is the start of the battle. As you can see, we are battling this guy and he's starting first, which is fine, but it's kind of annoying because you do always want to start first with this deck, because you always need that upper hand on setting up energies. I've mulliganed twice already though in this battle. In this battle I do mulligan a lot. I'm not sure why. It's probably because I only have 10 cards in my deck, but... And I finally pull out a Wimpod. This turns out to be actually a very good battle. I do win. It's a very easy battle as well. You'll see why it's so short in a minute as well. So I send out my Yanma and put Wimpod on the bench. And since Yanmega is favourite Cheetos, that's why I put Yanma up. And my opponent's just drawing his extra cards from my mulligans. It just take a while to do it though. And he is the first person to do his turn. All he does is attach an energy and end his turn. Also uses Charon, but he gets no basics. You'll see why that comes into play in a minute. After this, well, maybe in 2 turns. I pull out a Nest Ball, which I already had one though. But having another one is good because I get to pull out Victini. See there, I pulled out my Pincer, and now I'm going to pull out my Victini because Victini is very, very good with Pincer. I think I Sycamore. And then I get this hand, which is kind of bad, and a Trainer's Mail. I get out these, so I just get out Lysander, even though I already have a Lysander in my hand. I just get out for the sake of it. And then I'm pretty sure I have my turn. Nope, place Wimpod on the bench, place Yanma on the bench, and end my turn. Yep. So far it's going pretty well, although I haven't attached an energy, which is kind of bad. Thing is though, next turn we're gonna win the game. You'll watch. This doesn't show the full potential of the deck, but it does show that this deck is very good by using this thing. This, I guess, technique you could say. He just uses the Silent. See how big his hand is? It's attach an energy, so I draw out a Yanmega. You'll see why it's comes into play in a minute. So I evolve into Yanmega. I use Sycamore. I'm hoping to draw a DCE right now, and you'll see why in a minute. And I draw 2. I attach a DCE to Pinsir, use Yanmega's free retreat to swap into Pinsir, and then use Roofling and get heads. I don't want to flip again, and then it puts that Giratina back into his hand, and I win the game. That's why it's so short. Alright guys, so this is the second battle. Hopefully we can win this one too, which we do because this is a pre-recorded, well, this is a voiceover because the voice audio corrupted, so I'm doing this. So yes, I do go first, just because I need the extra time to set up, and I draw out my hand, and I actually did play basic first time on like the first match. Wait for my opponent to choose his Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure that is a Kyurem. Yeah, that's the Kyurem EX that he had. So what I do is I just draw. I'm just looking at this Kyurem to see what it can do. Yeah. And then I attach an energy to my Wimpod. I use Nest Ball. I'm pretty sure I get out my Pinsir. Yeah, I get out my Pinsir. And then, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I could QB just to draw extra cards. Draw into a Yanmega and an Acrobike. Use Acrobike. Get out Victini, which plays a big part. Not in this battle though. You haven't seen much of Victini actually making a difference, to be honest. I'm going to place down my Yanmega in my turn. He's going to use his, what was it again? I'm not sure what he used, but yeah, he used Steven. Then next turn, he's going to get out Pokemon Fan Club and a Water Energy from this. So that next turn he can get out some basics. I think he's seen my Pinsir and thought about what I'm doing. So he's a bit wary of having basics, which is kind of annoying for me. Oh, he gets out of Psychic Energy. Forgot about that. Oh, he gets it out for his Lugia. Since he plays a Lugia next turn with his Pokemon Fan Club. I use Ultra Ball discarding a Versus Seeker and a Judge, because I can always get a Judge back with the Versus Seeker, and right now that Versus Seeker is of no need to me. So I use that to get out my Golisopod. Then I evolve my Wimpod after it does that. Yep. Then I evolve my Wimpod into Golisopod. And then I use N because I see he has basics. He has a Fan Club in his hand, so I have to get rid of that. And then I place down another Wimpod, attach Aggressive Energy to Golisopod, and end my turn. He draws into a card. I'm not sure what he does now actually. I'm checking out his Kyurem again. I don't know why. What does he do? It takes a while to figure out what he's going to do though. A Winona. Oh yeah, he uses Winona. To get out his basics. I'm not sure why he didn't get out 3 though, because he only got out 2. He could have got out, say, 2 Lugias. But I think maybe they were the only normal types he played. He's going to keep his Lugia there on his bench, and then he ends his turn. So I draw. I'm pretty sure I attach a DCE to my Golisopod, I think. No, it's just Pinsir. And then I use Sycamore. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And then I'm pretty sure I use Time Ball and get out a Yanmega. Get heads and a tails. Then I pull out my Yanmega, which is quite good. I'm not sure what I do next though. Yeah, I evolve into Yanmega. I'm pretty sure now I have my turn. I was thinking of retreating, but then I just didn't. Because There's not really a point, to be honest. So yeah, on my opponent's newest turn, he attacks an energy to Lugia. He uses Lysander to get out my benched Pinsir that has no energy on it. And then he ends the turn. I'm pretty sure I use Versus Seeker to get out on the Lysander. Oh no, I used the Lysander in my hand, which would be a smart play, obviously. Yep, there's Lugia. I decide to, and then he concedes. So you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this review. As you can see, this deck is very, very good, and it does get rid of your opponent. So yeah.